Yo. We back, man. Episode 6.
Y'all know it. What's going on?
We're crawling. Look, man, we gotta get straight to it, man. We got a big day ahead. We got 2 things on the agenda today. We're gonna talk DBU. That's gonna take up a lot of the show, man. We've been getting it all week, man. We've been getting it all week from everybody.
Everybody's been telling us why their school is DBU and Deion Sanders and Champ Bailey's and all that stuff. Man,
right.
Talk about it.
We're gonna see, man. But first, we want to bring up our guest. We got Shaun Sanders Jr., Kempsville High School, Virginia Beach, Virginia. Shout out to hometown. I saw this guy. Actually, I saw his post, man. His flyer, is getting his name out there. And I think one of the coaches on his staff there was a guy that coached me in high school. So I just had to get on, man. I mean, the guy's numbers are amazing. Talk about it. 2nd team All Beach District, 2nd team All Region, 2nd team All Region as the offensive guard. And, the first set was for defense. So both sides of the ball, the boys are getting work. GPA 3.4, man. I mean, what else do you want out of a kid? You know what I'm saying? That got the brains, got the bronze, and he got the stats. So let's bring him on here, man. Welcome.
So,
good morning. Mr. Sanders, man. Mr. Sanders, welcome.
y'all for having me.
No doubt. So look, man, we're gonna get into the mix, man. Tell the people about you. I mean, I know I just read off your the bullet points, but tell them about you, man.
Name is Shaun Sanders Jr., class 2023. Kempsville High School, the best school on the beach, football.
That hurt.
Football team at least.
Hey.
2nd team region, 2nd team beach. 1st team next year, so.
Yes, sir. Now, I had to get this guy because some people may know, some people may not know. I grew up in Virginia Beach, Virginia as well. I played at Lansdowne High School, which is down the street from Kempsville. So, we went back and forth, but lately Kempsville, they've been that team, one of the teams in the beach. So how does it feel being a premier player on one of the premier schools in the beach?
It feels good because my first 2 years we weren't that good because we was real young. Coach Cherry led us to be where we at now. All the coaches, Coach Duke, everybody led us to be where we at now. It just feels good to prove everybody wrong because we told people from freshman year we was gonna be nice when we matured and got right. So it feels real good.
Yeah, shout out to Duke, man. Duke was my JV coach. Like my first taste at Lansdowne, I think it was his first time coaching, and he was a great coach back then. So I can imagine now, how it is almost 20 years later. So what's your goal, man? I know you had a lot of 2nd team district, offense side and defensive side. What's your goal as far as you individually and you as a team being a leader over there?
As a team, I want to stay because last year we made it to the region. We got cut short, played green run, lost by 4 points, I think. It was a great game, but this year I want a state championship. And individually, I want a 1st team. Last year I got 2nd team, but I was playing injured. I played with a torn labrum all season, so it was So if I'm back 100%, I feel like I can get that 1st team, both sides of the ball.
Which side of the ball you like playing more, son? Do you like playing defense more or offense?
Defense for sure.
Why? Why is that?
Because I like offense too because they need me at offense. I like offense, but defense, I just like hitting people. Like
You like get nasty. Yeah.
be
Yeah. I got you. So what? So you say defense, but what feels better, a pancake or a sack?
a sack.
Sack. Yeah.
Facts. I always wanted to play defense, but I just felt I just wasn't quick enough. Like in my heart, I was a defensive lineman, but my my body skill, offensive line. You know that. You know what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So
Everybody wants
Shaun,
to play that.
we're playing offense and defense, like he said. What is the main difference for you when you do switch to that side of the ball or back to offense? Like, what's the main difference, or what's going through your mind as far as mentality, or is it a difference? Are you just the same guy on both sides? I'm gonna beat up whoever in front of me. Period.
It's really the same mentality because I mean, as a lineman in general, you got to be aggressive. So like you got to be mean. But offense, it's like offense. On offense, you got a certain assignment. You got a certain person you got to block. You got a certain step you got to take. Defense, it's like you mainly. I mean, you got to go to a certain gap, but you free. Like you got
I got you.
like certain moves to do, like certain techniques. But offense, you got to be here at a certain point, at a certain amount of speed, and yeah. But pancake well though.
So who did you say? Who would you say you modeled your game after? Being a lineman.
I mean, of course, everybody watched Aaron Donald, so I feel like Aaron Donald is a generic answer, but I say really the most slept-on guy in the league that I watch is Grady Jarrett from the Falcons.
Yeah, Grady nasty.
Grady Jarrett.
But not just because, now, mind you, he was a 4th-round pick, so a lot of people didn't really get him that, and they counted him out because of his size, like you said.
Right.
But I think Grady, man, watching him, like, I don't know if bro just he get into the offensive lineman head, but he'll set them up. I watch him set his moves up. Right. You know what I'm saying? The first snap, first series, he's doing everything the same way. Second series, he do nothing the same. Right. And they keep him off their toes. And he's so quick and nimble, man. I hope we re-sign him. I hope we extend Grady. I hope they really do that and keep him in the A, man. But he don't fit the scheme. You know what I mean? They need a gap-eating nose tackle, 350, 360 pounds. You know, that's not Grady's game.
Right.
He does it, but he doesn't do it at a high level. He's good in those pass rush situations in that type of a scheme that Dean Pease runs, that 3-4. So I like Grady too, man. That's a great example. Great example.
So what do you think, like, as far as your technique, like what do you think your strength is? Like when you go on that D line, like knowing, especially being the first team, anything, you know, you got to have some tools in that toolbox. Like what's your go-to, like, yo, I'm gonna get them with this every time?
I say power, cause
yeah,
I don't think nobody match me in the beach with strength wise. I mean, I can add some speed to it here and there. If you get used to the bull rush, I can add like a quick club, quick anything. But I say my main thing is bull rushing the club. Like that's my main go-tos, cause you know I squat 550 pounds, I bench 415. So it's like anybody really.
Bro, he had that Will Smith and guys with that club, bro. I'm telling you. You put that Will Smith, give me a swipe down in a Will Smith, and you quarterback at that point.
Right.
Jeez, Louise, you stronger than me. Boy, I already know. I ain't messing with it. So how was so being in the beach, I think the Beach District is one of the most slept on regions as far as just talent. Like, you know, we had Percy Harvin, you know, we had a lot of guys come out of Lansdowne, but it's guys that came out of a lot of schools, Bayside, Kempsville, Green Run, that's in that area, that we have legends come from that area. Like, but you don't always see the guys getting that respect they should on a national stage. Like, how's that recruiting process been for you, or has it been difficult because of the area that, you know, being in?
Right. Got one offer now, but to Allen University, HBCU in South Carolina.
Okay.
The area, it is kind of slept on recruiting, and I feel like going to Kentsville, like coming in freshman year, I feel like we were slept on in general because, you know, my freshman year they was coming off a 6-game losing streak. It was like I ain't feel like we was getting no looks, but this last season, my junior season, when we started winning, I feel like the coaches started recognizing and started realizing like Kentsville where it's at, and we need to get some players off Kentsville.
That's a bet. So you know, you hear people always talking about the offers. Would you walk on anywhere? Like, you know, take that chance, bet on yourself?
I mean, it depends on the situation I'm in. I will
scholarship take the scholarship.
Like, I don't really know about that because I feel like the situation I'm in because, you know, walk on, you still got to pay the money. So I feel like I'm trying to come but don't got to pay for nothing. So
take the scholarship, man. Ain't nothing wrong with the HBCU, bro. I'm an HBCU myself, bro. HBCUs, man, if they'll, and I think with what Deion Sanders is actually doing for HBCUs, I think you'll actually see a lot more kids take that Travis Hunter type move, man. And you're going to see a lot of kids actually trying to get at these HBCUs, but it's going to be on the HBCUs to get that type of coach. You know, Deion, it's only one Deion.
Right.
But, you know, Grambling had got, what's your man, Hugh Jackson. And I think if you get some more guys to kind of start and go back and giving back to these HBCUs, those kids will be willing to make those moves and make those decisions because it's all about security, man. You want to go somewhere where you know you're going to have the opportunity to get the looks and get what you deserve and stuff like that. So I'm going to always say favor toward the scholarship, man. But HBCUs, man, if you did get a chance to play with Coach Sanders, man, I would say take that, bro. That's dope, man. Any HBCU, man. HBCUs. Yeah.
I mean, Norfolk State is
Norfolk State.
You know, they turned it up last year. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we can get one of the coaches on the show too, man. He's a recruiting guy too, so you know, plug. But yeah, man, they turned it up because when I was back in my day, Norfolk State, you ain't go there to know for no football game. What else the last thing you was paying attention to? But now they turned it up for sure. So what's game on the schedule, you know, you guys circled that you're looking forward to this upcoming season?
I say your old school.
I say week 1, Green Run. You know the rematch for the regional championship. That's week 1.
Oh yeah.
Blowing out week 1. So I feel like that's a very anticipated game. Not for us, not for them, but for the whole city, the whole 757. So I feel like everybody wants to stay.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be crazy. That's definitely gonna be crazy. This is one of them places, man. Certain games, you better get there early, baby. Yeah, get there early because it's gonna be crazy. Especially Green Run and Kempsville. Like looking back, like when I was looking over the past, I was like, yo, Green Run. Especially when I heard Green Run, I was like,
yeah,
Green Run's crazy. But Kempsville, man, y'all turned it up. Like, you know, I saw it was like up and down, but yeah, man, y'all legit for sure. So tell the people, man, give them your socials and your information, man, where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram, CBM_Shaun. I don't really be on Facebook like that. So, you know, Facebook, Shaun Sanders Jr. Twitter, @Shaun Sanders Jr. And that's really all I be on.
All right, and you got a question, Steve?
I did have one more for him. I know he mentioned Aaron Donald as one of the players you look at. What about on the offensive side? Which offensive lineman do you like to watch, or you would say you like to try to mimic, or would like to pattern your game after on the offensive side?
Offense, of course. If you go back, you got Larry Allen.
Ooh, what? God, dog.
You got David the Castro. You got linemen that you can look for. Who else? The power.
So you would say your game is more of a mauler. You coming at you. I'm coming down here. You know what's about to happen. I'm about to tell you it's 4th and 2, and I'm finna run it straight at you. I'm gonna tell you.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of, you think of that like, I'm thinking like that Quentin Nelson, you know what I'm saying? Trent Williams,
yeah.
Them dudes, man. They make, especially Trent Williams, boy, he make O-line just look cool, man. Like
he do. He's on the first person I would definitely say when he came out with that face mask. He was on the first people that had a face mask on, and it was dark. Yeah. Oh man, offensive lineman looking like that.
Right.
Man, he got the swag, you know, he got the color cleats, you know what I'm saying, the gloves. He be having the tight, like he's the guy that we be like in high school, college. You be like, man, where the guys at with the swag? He that guy. He that guy. So how big are you on the swag on the field, man? You know, you just get up there and you gotta make sure you look the part.
I mean, you look good, you play good, so you
know
you gotta look. You got to look good. You gotta look good. You got to.
Yes, sir. So look, man, closing. Something I saw when I was doing my reading up on you, man. Your relationship with your pops. How integral was that? Was he like in your journey as far as, you know, coming up, football and just life in general.
Right. My pops taught me everything I know. So it's like when he passed, it was like, oh yeah, now I gotta go harder for him, type thing. For myself, but for him and for my family, for my sister, my mother, like, you know, I would say football helped me in like the grieving process for my pops. So it's like, my pops want me to do this, my pops taught me to do this, and that's not in football, but that's in like life in general. Like my pops taught me the ins and outs of life. So it's like when he passes, like I gotta go harder now. Like it ain't no stopping now for sure.
That's fact,
Definitely,
man.
man. Definitely.
Definitely use that motivation, man. Look, we're gonna be following. I'm definitely gonna be following the Beats District. Following you. I'm gonna be cheering y'all on until we see y'all on that week. But after that, you know what I'm saying? You back on, man. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be following, man, and I'm gonna try at least all that I can do as far as getting your face out there, your huddle. I'll put it. The link is with all the videos, man. Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. They click on your link, man, and get your name out there, man. Get the recognition you deserve, man.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Definitely, man. We want to bring you back, man. I definitely say after that week one, you said it's a big game, man. Week
All right.
one, man, we want to go ahead and pencil you in. We can get you back on the show to talk about it that following week, man. You got to tell us how you did, man. Good or bad. We want to know. We're going to follow you.
Sure.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Well, look, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. When we get back, DBU, man. Real quick, who you think DBU? I know you might not have had a chance to think about it, but who you got?
DBs. I probably say LSU.
Yeah.
I probably say LSU.
Give me D-line you. We talked about D-line you last week, man. Who you got for D-line you?
D-line, it gotta be either Georgia or Alabama.
There it is.
It gotta be either Georgia or Alabama.
You heard what he said, Florida?
Yeah.
Look, we give y'all a little something. We'll go with Bama first.
Shaun, bro, it's been fun, man. Appreciate it, man. Good luck to you this season, man. Keep working hard this off season. We're gonna keep up with you. And man, we wish you the best of luck, man.
Appreciate you.
All right, we're gonna take a 30-second break and be back. All right, we back, man. Let's get into it.
Dope interview, man. Great kid, man. Great kid.
Oh yeah, man.
Great
He definitely. I have a thing in my heart for the boys in the trenches, and
we show the big guy love on this show, man.
Man. I'm gonna go out my way. We may get a skinny up here. You know what I'm saying? A skilled guy every once in a while, but I'm gonna try my dang hardest to get one of the big boys on here, man. To get that recognition, like you say, it's hard for linemen to get that. Send that love. We can't juke nobody or score a touchdown. So unless you know how to evaluate, it's gonna be hard to really evaluate linemen. So that's why we doing here, man. That's why we do what we're doing. But look, we here, man. The people have come. They want to know. DBU. Now, let's do our prerequisites. Before we get into this, we got 40 minutes. What's going on, Jake? We going into it. My prerequisite for DBU, for any U, 1, consistency. Okay, you got to be consistent. You got to have guys you get into the league. My thing is, you get a guy at a high school or a transfer, how many of them guys come in, are you getting to the league? Are you the factory? Are you the go-to school that's going to get my kid into the league? Consistency. You got to be doing it at least every other year. And how long you go and how high to get drafted. Those are my prerequisites. What about you, Steve?
So me, I look at the number of players drafted from that position at the school. I look at the draft position. First round, second round, third round, fourth round, undrafted. Then I look at college accolades from players at that position. And then if I'm still on the fence and I'm still like, I can't make a decision, I'm going to go to the NFL accolades for those players from those schools. That's how I do my list total. So I include the old and the new, right? Total. Mm-hmm. But if you got more Hall of Famers than people on active rosters, you're probably not going to make the you portion of my conversation. You probably would just be in an honorable mention because a lot of cases, it's like, okay, Clemson didn't, perfect example last week. Clemson didn't have a wide receiver drafted really before, I can think of before D-Hop. But look what they've done since D-Hop. They've been consistent since. Miami, whereas Miami might have had Andre Johnson, Reggie Wayne, again, guys back then, but now I can't tell you a Miami wide receiver drafted in the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years. So again, consistency. Clemson did it for 10 years, Miami did it for 10 years, but Clemson's still doing it.
Right.
Miami is not. Yeah, Sammy Watkins.
Here we go. Here we go.
Clemson, they did have Sammy Watkins, but they didn't have around. Who did they have around Reggie Wayne time? Andre Johnson. Clemson didn't have nobody back in the day, and that was a perfect example somebody gave me. I think Tony gave me that example. So when it comes to being the you of a school, you gotta have, like you said, man. I look at the total number drafted. That way, I eliminate when they were drafted, how they were drafted. But when we start talking about draft positioning and like what you've done, like you said, over the last 5 or 10, a lot of schools just kind of like Miami. That's when it hurt them.
Yeah. So look, man, I want to do the schools who not DBU first, so we can get them out the way. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna do your honorable mentions first? That what you saying?
I'm doing my honorable mentions.
And then, hold on, let me challenge that, Jacob. They had Ray Lewis and Jonathan Vilma.
That's it.
Two.
That's it. Sure, you can put Perryman, you can put Quarterman because that's 4. Look, we ain't linebacker you, and I
Georgia's
can name
gonna have 4 drafted this year.
Right. I can name 4 guys. I can name Gerard Davis, Alex Anzalone, Takia Spikes, Brandon Spikes. Like, we got guys I can name off the top of my head, but we ain't linebacker you. I know that.
Yeah, man. I'm just saying, man, you can't be the you of a school because you have one great player.
Like, no, it's consistency. All right, man. But look, so DBU, we can go 1 for 1, or if we just do it, we'll see. My first one who not DBU, Florida State is not DBU.
Ooh. I got Florida State on my list, but go ahead.
I put them not a DBU because let me see.
Man, Florida State always put out a good DB since Deion, bro.
I'm not saying that they don't. DBU is so exclusive that you're gonna have the numbers. Like you say, my number one thing is numbers drafted, and then it's the quality. So yeah, Florida State would have like a guy often. Let me see, like they had Asante last year, then 2018 they had Derwin James and Jalen Ramsey. They have guys. Like, don't get me wrong, star power. But when you think of when I say these other schools, like they got numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why they're honorable mention.
I put them in number 5, and really, I fought with them. Yeah, they're number 5. They're not.
So my list, I have 4. I have a 4, so they would be my number 5. So if I did a top 5, they would be my number 5. Another school I don't have on there Miami. Perfect example of what have you done for me lately? Ooh, woo, woo, woo. What have you done lately? Miami ain't put out nobody since 2016. It is 2022.
uh,
Nobody in the first, and I'm talking about first two rounds. I'm not talking about third, fourth, fifth. I'm talking about guys. DBU, I need first and second rounders. That's how I'm going. Like, who your first and second rounders?
yeah.
Miami, don't get me wrong. I said y'all had the best team in college football history with that, that master team. But DBs, it ain't been consistent. It ain't been consistent. So that's why they end up here. And when guys wake up in about 10, 15 minutes, they're gonna start complaining. So I want to go ahead and get that out the way. Then my last group who not DBU, UGA ain't DBU. Lately, what I'm saying, they had three guys in the last 3, 4 years. It'll, maybe in time, 4 or 5. I'm talking about first and second round picks. Who?
Eric Stokes,
Uh-huh.
DeAndre Baker,
Uh-huh.
what's that boy name? Campbell. He played for the Jags right now.
Mm-hmm.
Who else you got out there? Sean Williams. He played for the Bengals.
When you get drafted.
When did he get drafted?
Yeah.
Probably late. He's probably no higher than the third or fourth round.
That's what I'm saying. I'm only counting first and second rounders. The list is too tight. No, I'm not missing a lot of teams. We only got an hour show. Now these are teams who's not DBU, who honorable mention, who get respect for what they've done and what they do. I can't take nothing away from Miami. They had a great dynasty. They had a great time. Florida State, they had a great, a great time. Like DB still go there off the allure of prime. They still want to do their thing, but they just weren't my top 4. If anything, Florida State would be my number 5. So what about you, man? Who didn't make your list?
Who did not make my list? I didn't have Miami. I did not have Miami listed for DBU. I know they got the Ed Reeds and the Sean Taylors of the world, but that's it. I don't have anybody of recent to put Miami on the list. Texas, the University of Texas did not make my list.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a few people, but didn't really make it. Florida didn't make the list. So I didn't really have Florida on my list. I had FSU and Georgia on my list. But, yeah, they're the people who did not make it. Nobody has Penn State for DBs. No, never. Penn State, I can't even think of a defensive back from Penn State.
Then don't name nobody in 1984 with the neck roll playing cornerback. I don't care.
Neck roll, not a neck roll.
The neck roll at cornerback. I don't care. No.
Hey.
If they still have the styrofoam in the helmet, it don't matter.
Oh, man. That's too funny, bro. But give me a list then, bro. Who you got for DBU? Give me a list. However you want to break it.
So my number 5, Florida State, if I had to make a 5. Number 4, I have LSU. Number 3, I have Florida. Number 2, I got Bama. And number 1, I got Ohio State. Now, you said you didn't have Florida. And the reason I have Florida at number 3 and LSU at number 4, it really came down to the quality. Their numbers are like neck and neck. Right?
Who y'all got over Patrick Peterson, a future Hall of Famer?
I'm not talking about anything they did in the pros.
Oh,
I'm looking at college ball. This is DBU, not DB NFL.
Who y'all got on the level of Honey Badger? I watched the Honey Badger win the SEC championship against Georgia by himself. Who y'all got on that level? He can return, punt return, and play DBs. Safety, corner.
Let's see. Now, I have my list of guys drafted in the first and second round, okay? We had C.J. Henderson, first round. Duke Dawson, second round. Tease Tabor, second round. Quincy Wilson, second round. Marcus May, second round. Vernon Hargraves, first. Keanu Neal, first. Matt Elam, first. Joe Hayden, first. Reggie Nelson, first. Juan Ratliff, second. Lito Shepard, first. And that just goes to 2002. I didn't go below 2000. That was just those people. So I have 7 first-round picks. LSU has 6 first-round picks. And that's the only reason I gave them that one over LSU. Because LSU, Grant Delpit, second round. Fulton, second round. Greedy Williams, second round. Dante Jackson, second round. Jamal Adams, first round. White, first round. Jalen Collins, second round. Eric Reed, first. Morris Claiborne, first. Patrick Peterson, first. LaRon Landry, first. Corey Webster, second. And Mark Roman, second. And shout out to LaRon Landry. People forget about LaRon Landry. That boy was a freaking, especially when he got to the league. I don't know how he got as big as he did or what happened. I ain't here to speculate, but Lord have mercy.
Yeah, he was good until your boy Brandon Jacobs put him in the dirt, and his career was over after that. He was never the same, bro. After Brandon Jacobs did that, that was it.
Yeah, but that's why I have Florida as my number 3, man.
No, I ain't gonna be disrespectful. Not for real though. I didn't leave y'all off the list. Like for real. I do have y'all at number 5. I got number. I'll go ahead and give you my list. I give you guys Florida State number 5. I got Florida. Got Georgia. Got Georgia. This is tough to say.
just say it. It'll be easier.
I got all right. Not for real. I got FSU 5, Florida at 4, Bama at 3, LSU at 2, and Ohio State at 1. So I agree with you on the Ohio State part, man. When you start looking at the list and then the quality of them boys, man.
Everybody.
Ohio State put out guys. Cool, they had a 3rd round pick last year. So them guys, yeah, they put out they put out some good stuff. I think, but LSU, man.
LSU has a better.
Compare LSU. Oh man. Honorable mention, I forgot. Virginia Tech. Forgot about Virginia Tech. Those boys usually consistently put out a good defensive back every couple of years. They get one in the league, he do his thing, and he be in the league for a long time too. And they usually drafted pretty well within the first 2-3 rounds. So Virginia Tech has definitely had them as my honorable mention. Georgia, of course, is one of my honorable mentions, of course, as well. Bama, man, Bama's just a factory for every freaking thing. Right. But when it comes to like what they do, like in college, a lot of times they're just a product of a good team. You know what I mean? They're DBs, bro. The quarterbacks don't have time to throw, so you can jump routes.
And they get exposed when they go against like a elite offense. They get exposed often. So like when you see Michael that year that Pitts and Trask was going ham 2 years ago, they were dunking on them Bama boys. They were Sertain and all them was getting dunked on by Pitts. So it's one of those things to where like you have a great scheme and a collective group of players, so everybody just looks great. But when you get them one-on-one, they start to tail off. Like LSU, I think when people put LSU at number 1, it's the allure of LSU and what they did. You think about them as professionals. Like when you think
true, because they get to the league and ball. Like
they get to
the league and they really do their thing. So that's a great way to put that, because I think that is what the allure. That what gives everybody that LSU title, because they do get to the league and then they always yell at LSU DB. So I can definitely agree with you on that.
But the thing I love about LSU DB.
Say it again, Jacob.
Hey, they did. At the end of the day, if that front four don't get to them, that's probably a problem. But when you think about LSU DBs, a guy that don't get, well, he does get the credit. Corey Raymond. Yeah. That dude, a lot of the dudes on that list from LSU, and he's at Florida now. I don't know what we paid him. I don't know what Brian Kelly did to lose him, I don't know, but I'm glad we
want to
got.
work with Brian Kelly, and then Florida ain't like y'all paying the other coach y'all that Louisiana Tech coach y'all just brought there. Y'all ain't paying him a whole bunch of money, so y'all got change to throw around.
Yeah, we made him an assistant head coach. I think that title, that prestige.
He's going to be the next head coach somewhere. So
he might not want to be. Some guys be like, yo, I coach my DB.
Man, how do we leave Clemson off this list? I mean, Clemson did expose Bama, but Clemson, they put some DBs in the league, right?
I'll say they honorable mention. I just don't put them above, like they don't get above Florida State. Yeah. Because everybody that you got at Clemson, either, it was another thing, they benefited great, but a lot of them would get embarrassed. When they played that Bama, they played that UGA, when they played that SEC school, them boys out there on that island start looking a little wobbly in the knees.
Yeah, man, I agree. Yeah, DBU I think it definitely would be between, Bama. Like I said again, Bama's a factory. Can't leave them off of anything, I don't think. But you got LSU and Ohio State right there with them.
Ohio State, because when I first thought of the list, I was like, LSU, Florida. I was like Bama, but Ohio State, like, can I just name these names off this list and where they got drafted? 2020, you had Okudah and Arnett, both went first. Now, Arnett probably shouldn't have went first round, but my Raiders took him first round, so it is what it is. 2018, Denzel Ward, first round. 17, Lattimore, first round. Conley, first round. Hooker, first round. All 2017 kids. 2016, Eli Apple, first round. 2016, Von Bell, second. 14, they had Bradley Roby, first round. Malcolm Jenkins, first round. 2009, Dante Whitner, first round. Chris Gamble, first round. Mike Dahl, second. Nate Clemens, first. Ahmed Plummer, first. Like, dang there, their whole DBs drafted in the last 20 years all went first round.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
consistently.
Man. And Michael Jenkins is probably going to the Hall of Fame. Probably. He's probably going to. He got 2 Super Bowl rings. He got one with the Philadelphia Eagles and one with
the Saints, right?
Yeah. Back when they won that first one. So yeah. Yeah. I give Ohio State that one, man. They definitely they win that one.
Yes. And then, like you say, Bama by default. Yeah, man, it was just interesting reading this list, man. I think there'll be a change. Like, that's the thing about these lists, right? These U lists. There's always change, like the top 5 rappers of all time. Like, you got to make room for new guys that came in and prove themselves. So when you look at a school like Georgia, right? Georgia may not historically have been a DBU place. Not give credit where credit due. You know what I'm saying?
We got a few.
Now, when you look at when you look back at this list, maybe 2025.
You might have heard about a guy named Champ Bailey at one point in time.
Yeah,
got a gold jacket. We got a few.
A few, but it wasn't something consistent. But when you maybe 3-4 years from now, you know what I'm saying, when we have our segment on ESPN or something, and we go back to this list.
DB got a gold jacket. I did ask. Go ahead. No, man, you ain't got to ask.
I don't know. I'm sure. Looking at the list, I'm sure Joe Hayden probably will.
Joe Hayden ain't getting no damn gold jacket. You need to stop. They ran him up out of Cleveland. They didn't even want him no more in Cleveland.
Shout out to him getting inducted into the I think it's a
Swamp Hall of Fame.
I know he's going into Florida Hall of Fame. I think he's going into the College Hall of Fame too. I think they just like announced something. I might be wrong.
He was that guy in college like that?
Hayden, yeah. Remember, he was a defensive guy. Percy was offense, Joe Hayden was defense. Joe Hayden was locked down. Like, it wasn't no. And remember, Vernon Hargraves, pros, he ain't paying up.
Yeah, he's good. But now I remember in college, bro, he was a beast in college. He was.
And that's the thing. That's why I fought so hard. Like, when people would be like NFL, I'm like, NFL, you can't take away what they did in college. Like, Vernon Hargraves is a perfect example. In college, All-American, nonstop, shut down half the field. And the pros didn't really pan out. So do you not give them the respect because of a college list versus a pro list? Now, when you're talking about what they did in the pros, that DBU list probably won't change a little bit with a lot of the schools because they don't always pan out because it's different You know what I'm saying? Different lineups, different coaching, different technique. Like you might have played zone in college, now you're playing man in the pros, and vice versa. It's just a lot of caveats that change. You know what I'm saying? The outcome of a player coming from college to the pros. So
yeah, I agree.
all right, so look, we gotta take another 30-second break. Pay some bills with B Soul Radio. Shout out to Miss Benita Radio Show Network. 30 seconds. All right, we back, man. So yeah, that's DBU in a nutshell, man. Like I said, I had Ohio State, Bama, and Florida. That's my top three. You muted. Hold on. There you go. You was probably saying something out of pocket anyway.
Yeah, bro. It didn't need to be said. It was a good thing you were muted, bro. You don't need to worry about it. You ain't got Florida in your top three, though. I know you lying.
Now I do. You know what I'm saying? Let me hold up the list. Let me see.
Bro, I got you. You got Florida up there for real. I'll be damned.
Hey man, but you see the work I put into it. You see the work I put into it.
I got you. Mine a little bit more old school, man. I got stuff wrote down, scrabbled all over paper. As soon as I find something, I'll be scrabbling in section. I ain't gonna show you my. I got a research team. We get together and do the research before every show.
Research team. Hey.
Get these numbers together, man, and have my stuff in order, man. What you think about this free agency, though, man? What you think about the latest round, man? The Falcons signed, I made a good sign. You know what? The Falcons' last 3 or 4 signings, bro, have been superb. And they low level.
Who'd y'all want to get?
They signed Darius Byrd from the wide receiver from Chicago. 1-year deal, prove it deal. Do good, we pay you back. You know what I'm saying? They signed the wide receiver Tate, used to play for Cincinnati, I believe. Went to Florida State. Pretty good. Like some depth moves now. You still got to get your number one. Definitely ain't got the number one. But if you're gonna draft 2 of these guys, then I'm with it. But they signed Lorenzo Carter. They signed
I saw that.
Signed Lorenzo Carter, signed Casey Hayward from y'all. Bro, they might have a pretty good defense this year, for real.
Yeah, man. I think my Raiders, I think they did good free agency, man. I know we was in a running for Gilmore, but I think he's trying to get, you look at these old guys getting these contracts, man, like
Chandler, Bobby Wagner, though, bro. I'm sorry. Everybody's not going to get a Bobby Wagner 50 million. Well, where the hell the Rams get all this money from?
Hey, that Rams defense.
Everybody, bro, they gave that man $50 million.
I guess not re-signing OBJ yet. Not re-signing.
OBJ wasn't making no money from Cleveland. Like OBJ was on like a mid-level type deal. Bro, they signed this man $50 million. They got Aaron Donald. They just re-signed Aaron Donald. Bro, get all this money.
And they still got like $8-9 million left.
They cheating, bro.
Hey, I don't know what it is, but that defense next year, if they somehow squeeze in Tyrann Mathieu or something like squeeze in like one more safety, I don't know. I don't know how they did it, how that cap, like who maybe fell off or who restructured. I don't know, but the Rams, you for some reason, if you make it through that first line of defenders and you get to that linebacker and Bobby Wagner, what you gonna do on the blitz? When you got to stick Aaron Donald is taking up 2, that leaves Bobby Wagner 1-on-1.
You got Leonard Floyd still out there on the end. Rockers, I think that was a dude named Rockers or whatever his name. Man, the Rams is crazy on defense, man. That's the scary part.
It's gonna be scary. Like, don't get me. People are like, are they your favorite? I'm like, they ain't get worse. They got better. Who do they lose?
Nobody. OBJ, but it's still Robert Woods is gone.
Robert Woods, but they got
you got to get to number 2, but they still got Von Jefferson.
They got my man from the Bears, Allen Robinson.
Oh, Allen Robinson. Oh, well, there you go.
It's like,
and they
so
gave out for the new deal, bro. Where they get all this money from? That's all I want to know, bro.
Man,
money from, bro.
Yeah, I mean they do, but you have your old lineman just retired. You just had one retire. So you can
maybe that's what they'll be vulnerable at. You know what I mean? Stafford ain't gonna have time. You can't do nothing if you ain't got no time.
Look, you can take one of those pieces you got, trade up, second round, get you a nice tackle.
They ain't got no draft pick. They let all them picks go. You know that,
right?
They got Stafford. They gave up just about all their picks for the next.
But yeah, so you have to trade up. You have to trade a piece, and you might be willing to trade a guy. You know what I'm saying? Then just pick up they nasty. They paying for us in Bitcoin.
They got to be hurt. I don't understand where they getting all their money from, man.
I don't know
Guys
either,
are
man.
just willingly going out there, and I'm thinking Bobby Wagner wasn't going to get that much money. You know, we ain't going to get no big deal. Ain't Bobby Wagner like 32, 34 years old?
He's 29.
Oh, wow.
No, Bobby Wagner, he's 29 or 30.
He got to be in there 30. Man, playing with the Legion of Boom. He been around a long time, bro.
Let's see, Bobby Wagner. Oh, he's 31.
Oh, okay, I knew he was in his 30, bro.
Yeah, fresh 31. So yeah, he turned 32.
That's a lot of money to pay a 31-year-old linebacker. But
look what they just gave Von Miller. Look what they gave Chandler Jones. Like these dudes getting checks. I mean, I guess when you look at it, we're starting to see the benefits of sports science, and you're starting to see the benefits of, like, you know, yoga and the healthy living and the different ways people take care of your body. That guys, when you used to look back, dude turned 30, that was it.
Exactly.
Now, guys,
you weren't paying no 30-year-old. If you went into free agency in your late 20s, 27, 28, 29, you weren't typically going to get those big deals.
That second
big
contract
deals were for the 23, 24-year-old guys.
Right.
But I guess, like you said, medicine and sports science is taking us so far. You know, look at Brady. Brady's back, bro. You know what I mean? He back. Bruce Arians is left. What you think about that, bro? What you think about that Bruce Arians leaving? Is it because of Brady coming back? Why would you leave if Brady's coming back? That's my whole thing.
I think what they said, Brady knew he was leaving. Like, I don't think it was a secret to the people in the organization. I think maybe to the fans, but that maybe help Brady come back. You know what I'm saying? Like, he maybe, like, Bruce Arians is a no chaser, like, straight cut, like, hey, we suck today. Tom was trash today. Like, you know what I'm saying? And as a quarterback of a team like the Patriots for so long, where you just always get praised, even when you do bad, you might not necessarily want to hear that you was trash. So maybe him leaving and taking that front office job, Brady being like, hey, I'll come back, but Bruce, I can't do Bruce. And so they're like, all right, we'll give Bruce a job, and you know what I'm saying, front office, we'll promote Todd, you know what I'm saying, we'll keep everything intact. Would you come back? That's probably what it was. I mean,
what you think about this? They saying he's trying to get to Miami, though.
That man ain't for what?
That's what I said. What's the point of
for what? Why would he go to Miami? They got a new coach.
Is he gonna get to the point he's just gonna go around different championships and win different teams and win?
That would be like
he's Superman. If you ain't never won a championship, just wait. I'm coming. I'm on the way.
That would be monumental. But yeah, I don't see him going to Miami. That just makes no sense. I mean, folks are hype about this Hill.
Yeah, Bill Belichick was the type that he actually did hang Tom out a few times, shoot Tom out, treat Tom like a regular guy. That was kind of the issue.
In 20 years, you can count him on one hand. You know what I'm saying? One hand out of 20 years.
Yeah, Tom and Bruce. Yeah, I think Tom and Bruce might have the issue. I definitely do.
Right, and so I mean, they got better, but do they have the weapons to still?
I don't think so.
I mean, they got Fournette coming back, but Goodwin's gone, right?
I think who?
Goodwin. Did they resign
He had
Goodwin?
the ACL injury, remember?
Oh yeah. So you got Goodwin, AB gone. Like Gronk still up in the air.
The defense has not gotten any better. The defense has got worse. I think you're going to lose your best cornerback, Carlton Davis. Did they re-sign him or did he leave? He may have left.
I'm not sure. I think he stayed because the top cornerback free agent is Gilmore.
I got you. Yeah. So they need some defensive pieces, man. They still need some pieces. That pass rush, JPP, man, he was playing like he had 3 fingers last year. Like he wouldn't really get into it.
Exactly. Sue, he's trying to come back. I don't see it.
I don't think
they're always going to be
Sue. Sue is a free agent. I think Sue will go somewhere else. I think he
wants to go back to the Bucks.
Oh, okay.
But for this, it's one of the things like, I know that the Rams got Broncos. Do you bring them to LA?
Ooh, Lord.
And let them come in as a spill to
LA can't sign everybody. Yeah.
For a league minimum, you can. Like when you talk about getting sued, you might pay $2-3 million for the season. And you can make it a big signing bonus and just be a one-time hit and keep it moving. Antonio Brown is not going back to the Bucks. That wasn't just a tied boat.
That man
was the front office thing.
On the sideline, threw his gear and passed to the sideline, to the bench, and waved and walked off. I doubt. I probably bet you my last dollar he ain't going back to Tampa.
He ain't going back to the Bucks, bro. Like, it's more than Bruce. It is way more than Bruce. Like Bruce was like the figurehead, but it's ownership, it's trainer staff, it's everything. Like you have to bring this dude in and just like give him his own bubble and treat him like the prima donna he want to be treated like. No. I don't know what team I would not sign.
The Baltimore Ravens. That's the only team I see him going to. And I don't even really see that working. I don't. But I believe they're going to get to the point where they probably getting so desperate now with this Lamar contract situation. They probably asking Lamar, like, what is it going to take, bro? Like, what do you want?
He want 300. 300.
Well, Watson got 280, and he ain't never even won an MVP. And Dak got what, 45 per year? Yeah, I probably do want 50, 60. If I'm Lamar, y'all gave Dak all that money. I'm way better than him.
Man. I don't know how they probably redo like contracts because it's like when they made the Bradford rule to like when guys come to the league they can't just.
Jerry Wilson, you right. Now Jerry throw that money out there.
He might, but AB ain't gonna follow them rules.
Ooh, that'll be a conflict.
You know what I'm saying?
That'll be a conflict there.
Dallas, we don't need him in Dallas, man. We chilling down here, man. We good. You know what I'm saying? He gonna make the city. He's gonna do something crazy out here, man.
He made the whole city go bad when he come.
Right, keep him out of there. But, it'll be interesting to see where he goes. I'm sure he'll play if he wants to play. Somebody be desperate enough for him, but I just don't see I don't see anybody going out their way to sign him. But Lamar, 300. I don't know if they can. Not with Lamar.
You can't reset. Hell no. If I'm Lamar, I'm not doing that. No. Well, tell you what, Atlanta has already showed that they're willing to flirt with the idea of giving somebody $200-300 million, and he had 22 cases against him. You don't think Lamar Jackson will come to Atlanta with Trae Young and Quavo? Boy, you crazy. Yeah, let Lamar hit the open market. I bet you Arthur Blank is going to get him to write that check. If y'all get down, bro, Arthur Blank wants another Mike Vick before he leaves. He trying to get another payday out of his stadium and his fans. And he understands how to get that. It's going to take a brother quarterback.
Baltimore, ever since they lost Ozzie, their player personnel, like their contracts just been crazy. This guy. That's exactly why the Dallas is how they are. With stuff like that.
Lamar first 300. Oh,
why not? I mean,
what?
Why not?
This coming from a team that gave Dak 225 or something like that by the time he did over with 280, 250.
Right, and Lamar got an MVP, right? And then he's doing this like without an identity on offense. Like they're a run first team. And he'll still pop in. Like you can talk about his accuracy all you want. My man he'll end the game. It'll look bad throughout the game, but at the end of the game, it'll be like, oh, he went 27 for 34 for 275 yards, a touchdown, and ran 2 touchdowns. At the end of the day, those still solid numbers. Like it looks bad because he'll hit that bad open pass for a touchdown. He'll like overthrow a guy that's wide open, but throughout the game, he will boom, boom, boom. And at the end of it,
man, he take off for 80 yards and score a touchdown. He running, juking, spinning. Come on, man.
Like
they gave Dak 262. Dak. Deshaun Watson got 280, right? Or 250? Yeah, man. Lamar said, "Boy, y'all ain't talking 300. I ain't even coming to the mean.
I guarantee you, Lamar hit that open market. Y'all thought Deshaun Watson stagger was something? Man, look. He not the black Tebow. Tebow couldn't hit the barred side of a barn. What they say? The boy, hey, he hit a slant.
Can't throw it in the ocean.
Right. He can throw it in the ocean. But he ain't hit nothing out there. Lamar's not going to lose you the game necessarily with his arm, but she's shown he can win it. He can show you he can drive the field with his arm. He'll make the leg scramble when he wants to. He's a problem. And if you put weapons around him, he's doing all this stuff without weapons. Like all he got is Hollywood, who drops passes. He get open.
He got Andrew. I think Bateman will be a good quarterback. Shout out to that boy from South Georgia, Bateman. I think he'll be a problem this year, personally. I think he was just injured last year. I like Rashad Bateman a whole lot, bro, for real.
Yeah, look, man, I think the Ravens are always there, and they're always right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? They just need like a little bit here, there, maybe right at the cusp. And I would take Lamar Jackson any day. Any day. I would.
Yeah, me too, bro. Hey, listen, let him hit the open market. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
Oh, God. ACC, look, if we did a top 5 ranking of college football as far as just conferences, y'all would be honorable mention. Like, get out of here. I'm going SEC, Big Ten, you know what I'm saying, Mountain West, then ACC. Then ACC. Like, come on now. Well, AJ wants to play.
ACC, man, listen, I'm just surprised ACC still getting the opportunities, bro, to even get into the college football play. They got if it's Clemson or bust, ain't nobody else going to really.
That's why Notre Dame chooses to play all the schools in that conference without joining, because it's the easiest route.
Well, Clemson, that's all I can say. Clemson did get you too.
Okay, but the other 5 are all SEC. What do you mean? SEC, the national champions for like the last 20 years, what was it? 16 of them were SEC? Something crazy.
Clemson and Ohio State, they only hopes to ever dethrone the SEC team. That's it.
That's it. That's why they make it. That's why Ohio State makes it. That's why Clemson makes it, because they go through a soft conference and then they get to the college football playoffs and get smacked in the mouth at the end of the day. But look, man, we here, man. We've been here an hour. We got to talk. Shout out to Shaun Sanders Jr., great kid out of Kempsville High School, Virginia Beach. Make sure y'all check out his huddle. The links, all the videos shared, man. Check them out, share it. You know, get his name out there, man. Young black man getting out there doing the right thing. So definitely want to support. DBU, Ohio State wins.
Ohio State wins. We'll give it a
Miami ain't make it. Clemson ain't make it. Sorry. It is what it is. So next week, man, yes. Congrats. Nice. So next week, we did wide receiver U. We did quarterback U. Is it running back U now? Y'all not running back U. Y'all on the list, but y'all not. Y'all not. Y'all ain't. Y'all not.
You already know what time.
Y'all got three.
Talk about running back.
Y'all got solid three.
Miami said they got some boy. They got Duke Johnson. What's it? Dallas that's out there in Seattle. Whatever his last name.
Yeah, y'all got four. Y'all got four quality guys that came out. I mean, you got Gurley, Chubb, Michelle, and Swift. Exactly. Wisconsin, you want to put some respect. Now we're gonna start getting into probably like them Big 12 guys like Texas.
We gotta go back to episode what was that for linebacker U? You know, we'll mention it, but we did linebacker U. I think linebacker U, it went. Oh man, who did I have? Yeah, linebacker U. We had Penn State on the list, Florida on the list, Bama, Ohio State. But I think at the end of the day, Georgia might have won that for me.
Yeah, I can't remember who I had linebacker U. I might have had I don't think I had Georgia, but they was up there.
I think you might have went with if I'm mistaken, maybe LSU. You might have had LSU up there on your list.
I might have. But yeah, next week we want to do running back U, man, and it's going to get another ugly one because it's about college and Wisconsin. They got players. They got Heisman winners. You know what I'm saying? Bama, they got players. A school like I don't want to say Tennessee, but like Florida got players. We got draft.
Got no damn running back. Get out of here, bro. You ain't had nobody saying Fred Taylor. You better stop it.
Oh man, we had
stop.
We got drafted. We get guys to the league.
Who?
We got Taylor, Emmitt Smith. I sound like Miami right now.
Yeah, I was about to say, bro, you gonna name somebody that play? Name somebody that played when they ain't had them big ass shoulder pads. You know,
Perrine. We got Perrine, Davis.
But them boy had leather helmets that you named, man.
No, that's those guys within the Mullen years. Who else?
The Big Ten great linebacker. We said Penn State was all right.
Yeah, like the Penn State, Iowa. You know what I'm saying? Like
they ain't got nobody you can name. Give me another name. Michael Parsons. Okay, Cowboy fan. Give me another one.
Shout out to his coach at Florida. If you notice, we bring them dudes that breed them ballers. But yeah, man, running back. I mean, even would you think you might have to bring up a Clemson, CJ Spiller, ETN. What's the guy that died?
Running back.
Yeah, it's running back. Jake, what's the running back that died? He was from Clemson. Died this year. I can't remember his name. But yeah, Clemson got some guys too, man. So
yeah, I mean, I'm surprised. You know what? I'm really thoroughly shocked that Clemson is not on this list more than what we've actually went on. I don't think we've had Clemson really on really just about any list that we done so far, bro. I'm looking through my notes.
Yeah, Clemson. I think
now CJ Spiller was that dude. I ain't gonna lie.
Clemson, I think was is one of those things of a factor of the time. Like now, like you know, they maybe could have been on QBU. Now I'm thinking about it, Deshaun, Trevor, Boyd. But it's like they have because when you think of these players, that goes like 9, 12 years. Because guys are there for 3 years. So, I mean, it's just 3. So it's like it's hard to compete against the legacy guys, legacy schools who still produce guys. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because Clemson can't surpass USC. They can't surpass Ohio State, who bring every quarterback that comes in as a Heisman candidate. Everyone going back to Braxton Miller. It's like you can't knock them. But yeah, man. So next week we're gonna do running back. It'll be good. It'll be interesting. Georgia finally gets something to talk about.
We get one linebacker. It's okay. We've been talking. You're gonna have to keep talking about them dogs. I know you don't like it, but no,
that's it. That's it. Because after this, we can go to after running back. We'll go back to.
That boy had one running back. I was just about to say Marcus Lattimore was the only running back they don't have. Jacob, you got to have more than one person.
Right. to be the U of something. Every school got one. You know what
Ray
I'm saying?
Lewis. He thought they started yelling Ray Lewis, man. That's their whole linebacker. You, Ray Lewis.
Shout out to all the Miami boys who didn't show up today. They must have we must have scared them off during the week. You know, we apologize.
They probably knew this conversation wasn't gonna be for them, bro. We started talking about DBU.
Right.
They probably knew they weren't gonna really be able.
They'll be back. We start talking kicker U, like kickers, punters, maybe Florida State, maybe Georgia, Florida. You know what I'm saying? Those is Canes, baby. Look. Super trash. I don't. And I really try to go out my way to find something good to say about Miami. I just really can't. It's not too much. I just can't.
Bro, so you go out of your way to try to say something good about it, but he can't. Boy, you crazy.
I say something nice about UGA. I find something nice to say about Florida State every once in a while. Miami. If it was 2001, 2003, are the U of all positions. We overall U.
They might have had the best team of all time at one point.
I say they had the best team of all time. That 2001
team of all time at one point.
That 2001 was it the 2001 team? Yeah. Yeah, that 2001 team. That's probably the best team of all time. But overall, no, bro. You got to be on this list at least 2 or 3 times. If we're going overall, you're looking at Bama, Ohio State.
Oh yeah, man, Bama.
You know, maybe Florida. LSU, stuff like that. Like very SEC heavy. Very SEC heavy. It just is what it is. The best collection of talent. He's talking about Miami
one
football?
team that they had.
Yes, that's what we're doing. We're showing you how good y'all aren't. Look, man, we can do this all day, man. We can go back and forth with Miami fans all day. Because at the end of the day, the flags behind us speak volumes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Jake, I'm not going to entertain you with this Gator hate because we had one bad year and the world rejoiced. They're like, "Ooh, finally."
You had about 3 or 4 bad years in a row.
We had one bad year. The other years was 10 win seasons, New Year's Six bowls. Now, we didn't get to we lost that big game.
Now, you told me that for the last 41 years, I ain't been able to say nothing. But now you want to sit here and tell me about New Year's Six bowls being an achievement. When you told me if I ain't had on that, I need to hush. But now, now you telling me New Year's Six bowls and 10
I'm saying
seasons.
Those aren't. That's still a success. Like at the end of the day, the main success is winning a national championship.
Ooh,
but if you can, the closer you play to the national championship, the better.
I don't know between the two.
I think Florida.
I don't know about that one.
I think honestly, I think it's Florida. Matter of fact, I saw a list. It was like USC, Ohio State, Florida State. Like it ain't no damn. Excuse my French. It ain't no Clemson, and it ain't no South Carolina. Like people just started talking about Clemson 6-7 years ago.
Maybe if that. Well, yeah. Deshaun Watson really brought them on the map. I think it was Deshaun Watson.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe Taj Boyd.
Taj Boyd could never win a big game. Remember?
But
that was a knock on him specifically. He could never win that big game.
Deshaun Watson was the one that made them prime time. Deshaun Watson. We going back. You want to talk Florida? We talking about Rex Grossman, Steve Spurrier. Like we're not doing this. Like y'all shoes ain't big enough to stand next to the boots we wear. It ain't.
I was saying, man, Miami had their time. I would say they had their time. I ain't gonna say that, I don't go that far to it, but they had their time. I'm just interested to see what Florida school will be in the college football playoff first. Which major university will be in the college football playoff first from the state of Florida? That's the question that I'm interested to see.
I think
So y'all got Georgia to go through before y'all can get there. Miami probably got the easiest route, but
Miami has the easiest route.
Florida
I think.
State got Clemson to go through, correct?
Say it again.
Florida State will have Clemson to go through. Are they on the same side? Or Tony, is that correct?
Who knows? They haven't been here so long. They don't pay attention to standings and rankings. Like, why would they do that? But the top 10 schools as far as ranking, Notre Dame has 520, USC 516, Ohio State, then Oklahoma, then Michigan, then Bama, then Penn State, then Florida, Nebraska, then LSU. Ain't no South Carolina team even mentioned. So we ain't gonna talk like we ain't talking pedigree. So when you start talking about like overall, then you start talking pedigree. So you got to bring in the USC's, you got to bring in the Notre Dames, you got to bring in those schools.
Yeah, Notre Dame been putting out NFL players since 1920. So
since it started. So you know what I'm saying? You can't compete against that. So just be happy y'all made like the D line U conversation. Y'all will be honorable mention probably running back.
Tight end U. I think we'll talk about them during tight end U.
Yeah, tight end U.
Maybe.
I think we got like 2 or 3. I mean,
they probably got like 3.
Yeah, but we got 3. we got some hitters. But
again, Aaron Hernandez was definitely a hitter.
Hey, man, look.
Hitter. Aaron Hernandez, say that shit. Aaron Hernandez was definitely a hitter. You Oh yeah. South Carolina got some ugly uniforms, bro.
But yeah, back to this. Jake, you were 100% wrong. I just like to point out that you were 100% wrong. So screenshot it, save it for later. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't try to be. Look, before I speak, I like to know, if I'm close to being right, and I'm usually close to more right about sports than you are, buddy. That it's the persona that the guys that was around them, but not necessarily the players.
He said I'm not wrong. Well, I think you were, Jay. He just called out the list.
You were wrong, like literally, like.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, so look, we out of here, man. Next week we're gonna talk running back you. We'll have hopefully I'll have my guy Devon Wiggins. He's the new defensive coordinator for Lansdowne High School, my alma mater, Virginia Beach school. He was honestly he was one of the legends, man. I'm gonna give him his flowers. He was probably like our Ray Lewis personality on the team, back then, man. Historic team. The names that was on that team is definitely legendary in the area. So we'll have him on. And we'll get to talk some good football, man. Cut up a little bit. And we'll get to talk about running back you. And just the latest in football, man. Spring games coming up.
Draft coming up, spring games. You got the draft coming up too, man. Closer to the draft. We are doing the 910 Sports toe-to-toe draft special. So that Thursday of the draft day, draft night, we will be live during the draft. So
Indeed.
We're going to be live, man. Get your popcorn ready, get your drinks ready. We're going to have the whole 910 network. We're going to be there. It's going to be fun, man. We're going to do the draft 910 style, toe-to-toe sports style. Give our own analysis and our own breakdown of every draft pick and all the trades and the draft frenzy, man. So it's gonna be dope.
Always, Jake. Always. All right, man. So we out until next time. Peace.